Incremental greetings. Today I want to cover one topic that I think I never paid attention to because I'm assumed some information here. And it's when you extract, in incremental reading, it's one of the fundamentals to extract text. Is what people do. You just extract, then you will adapt the text. You adapt the text, then you extract. You do both, and so on. So what I will do in this video is at least share how I see it, how I do perceive it, according to incremental reading principles, how it's meant to be used. So let's dig into this. So we'll just go by topics. Okay, I think that's good enough. That's a good candidate because of this. Cool. So for context, this is a Wikipedia page that I imported in 2020 about decision making. And I just split this. And it's almost unprocessed. Oh my god. Cool. So decision making and emotions. I will use this as a general example. Emotions appear to be able to aid decision making process. Decision making often occurs in the face of uncertainty about whether one's choices may lead to benefit or harm. See also risk. Cool. The risk somatic marker hypothesis is a neurobiological theory of how decisions are made in the face of uncertain outcome. So let's say I actually won this. I want to dig this further. And first I will check. Oh, God bless the Internet Explorer. Still not dead. Oh, at the very least I will take this picture. That's guaranteed. And that's also unknown to me. Even though I just want this most of the time. I don't need anything else. So I will just import it. That's what I will do in incremental reading. I import lower priority than that. And I go to my imports, my dummy. Cool. Go back here. Now what happened? Next day, or when this is scheduled, in 4 days in this case, I will see this. And let's assume that I apply done here. So the text is gone. Would I will be able to understand this? The question is, do I have all of the necessary context in order to understand this extract? It's untouched. I just selected some text, extract. The somatic marker hypothesis is a neurobiological theory of how decisions are made in the face of uncertain outcome. Yeah, it's general enough. It goes into decision making, but I could just do this. The face of what? And do the first step to doing the lazy close. And I will reformulate later. Not today. Let's go back here. Let's do another example. Let's continue. This theory holds that such decisions are aided by emotions in the form of bodily states that are elucidated during the deliberation of future consequences, and that make different options for behavior as being adventurous or disadventurous. Disadventurous. Oh my god, it's kind of hard to pronounce. I do the same flow. I read that, I want something here, therefore I extract it. And I move on my session. So now let's pretend that 4 days have passed. 5 days in this case. And this pops in my repetitions. And what is this? This theory. What theory? What could happen in some Wikipedia pages is that what you extract and you have this, or if it's a person, he or she, him, her, is the title. So the title is still giving you the answer. But not in this case. This should be true in the article I just imported, the somatic marker hypothesis. If I did this here, let's say this extract, and then another one that says this hypothesis well, let's pretend it's there. This hypothesis I know it's there because even if it's an extract, I have here the answer of what it is. But that's not the case anymore for the extract we did, because this comes from decision making. So this theory is not about decision making, it's about the semantic marker hypothesis. Since this is still ongoing, okay, no big deal. I could even do another one. Involves the states. Cool, I extract this as well, and I apply done. Then I see this. That's the genuine repetition. 5 days later than today. Well, what is this theory? I don't know. Let me go to the parent in the ancestors. Emotion appears to be a decision-making process. Decision-making often occurs. That doesn't help. So not what will happen is that, shoot, I really need to check the source. Let's go. Oh, shoot, it's applied done. So not only the extract I extracted from, it was a second degree, a second level of extracting. The entire article, it's gone as well. So now I have no other choice but to check the source. So in order to do this, or open the possibility that this may occur in your extracts, what I will do as an incremental reader is that I will rephrase before extracting. I applied done. Okay, no worries. So now I will cheat my way here, and I will reapply a template, so I have the article once again, even if it was applied as done. So in this case, it's also nice that it's the default color instead of my yellow. It's, hey, I really want to know that. So first I will reformulate that. This theory, which one? The copy and paste. Semantic marker hypothesis. Hypothesis, theory is, I don't care that much if it's not the best grammar, because I will do it later on. I'll just focus on copy pasting and adapting, which, by the way, I could now, in 2024, I could get help with AI, with language models, if I wanted to. So it is the semantic marker hypothesis holds that such decisions, what decisions? What is such? Oh, the decisions made in the face of uncertainty, that are made in the face of uncertain outcomes, aided by emotions in the form of body states that are elicited during the deliberation of future consequences, and that mark different options for behavior as being advantageous or disadvantageous. I don't even know to pronounce. This involves an interplay between neural systems that elicit emotional bodily states and neural systems. Oh, finally. More or less, even if it's not perfect, I don't need perfection to keep this. It's enough because I have all of the context I need to in order to understand that. So once I see this, in this case it's 3 days, but what happens? Look at the priority. This range, at least in my collection, it's forget about it. Or you search for this, or you do a subset review of the concept, or you won't see that again. It's too low priority. Even though, let's assume that I will see this next year. Yeah, I'm not going to remember what I have done. Those edits I added myself here, I won't even remember those. So when I see this, not necessarily are in 3 days. And now this makes sense. The semantic marker hypothesis holds that such It's still a complicated grammar and jargonish. I will understand it. I'm not relying on context from the parent. So if the parent happens that during this year, until I don't do the repetition, it's applied done, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Also keep in mind, we use Wikipedia, which is encyclopedic writing that is like well written and very dense. If you happen to read a blog or an article that is more with prose, it will be more likely that it's more context dependent. So what you read the next paragraphs depend on the reading of the previous chapters, previous paragraphs, and stuff like this. So that is actually the easiest stuff in this sense. For instance, Research on mirror neurons, discovering, this is self-explanatory. It has all the context I need, even if it's like this, in the middle of a paragraph.